I don't want to do the short cases, and I have no idea what is happening. Why are we getting these? Why are we getting so many cases that have to do with like kids and shit? Fuck. Okay, listen. We're gonna see it because it's on here now. But this is the last one we're watching in this live stream that has anything to do with kids or children and shit. That's it. Can't do it anymore. Alright, same one we saw before, the paranormal files. Let's see what he has to say.
So what? Okay.
This is Chelsea Shipp, a TikToker charged with murdering a 16-year-old girl. I have to say allegedly throughout this TikTok because there's been no full verdict yet, but let's examine the story. So before the story came out, Chelsea Shipp was a normal mom posting videos on TikTok sharing her life with the world. And from the outside looking in, she looked like your average Texan girl. She often posted videos with her daughter like this one.
No, you're supposed to have one boyfriend.
I have two.
You're supposed to have one boyfriend.
I got two boyfriends.
And it should be noted that Chelsea's account is still on TikTok. I don't know how they're letting an alleged murderer still have a TikTok account, but yeah, it is still there. So at one point in her life, Chelsea started dating this man, Cody Arnold. And at one point in their relationship, Chelsea found out that Cody had been dating a underage girl. This girl was 16 years old and Chelsea was seemingly fine with it, which is a disturbing twist in its own. But at one point, Cody came to Chelsea and said, I think that Caitlin, the 16-year-old girl that I'm dating, is pregnant. This is Caitlin right here. She was only 16 years old when she died. And before her death, Cody had been grooming and essaying her a lot. So after finding out that her boyfriend's 16-year-old girl...
What? That's a 10-year-old. What are you talking about? What? No way.
Years old when she died. And before her death, Cody had been grooming and essaying her a lot. So after finding out that her boyfriend's 16-year-old girlfriend might be pregnant, Chelsea decided she's not going to let that happen. She feared that if people found out about this, Cody could get in major trouble. Obviously, he would have. So on March 26, 2022, when Chelsea, Caitlin, and Cody were all hanging out in the same mobile home, Chelsea decided to take matters into her own hands. She grabbed a gun from the house. She walked right up to the 16-year-old and shot her point blank, killing her immediately.
Damn.
So at that point, Chelsea tried to hide the body. She contacted a friend, asked if she could use their car to do some things, and then she admitted to a friend that she had killed the girl. Now, one of that friend's family members was actually a police officer, so she immediately contacted the family member. They went and searched Chelsea and Cody's trailer home, and they found the body of 16-year-old Caitlin and a bullet casing right next to her on the bed. Chelsea tried to make a run for it, and she was arrested over 200 miles away in Liberty Hill, Texas. But these two are now awaiting their trial. I am really excited to see them go away, hopefully for a very, very long time. This is a disturbing crime. And it goes to show that even the friendliest, most smiley people on TikTok can hide some of the darkest secrets imaginable.
That's true. I did see someone post a while ago about all of the different TikTokers that have committed some heinous crimes, and let me tell you something. It's pretty good, pretty big amount. Wow, shot her point blank. Huh? I think I heard about this case. Crazy. All because he. Well, first of all, let's not, just discard the elephant in the room. The guy's clearly a fucking pedophile. And not only that, wouldn't she be considered one as well? Because she knew that he was, like, I'm not saying that she is like a pedophile herself, but she is like an accomplice to him because she knew before the murder. Yeah, she knew that he was having this relationship with this underage girl. Video clearly says that he was grooming her. And she shot her point blank. How did he know that she was pregnant? Like, he said that she thought she was pregnant, with no sense of you know, trying to confirm if she actually was, she just like killed her and dragged her body into the woods. Wow. This has to be the last one that involves children or teens or anything. I think we've seen and read enough of this for tonight. I'm skipping any other ones that have anything to do with that. So hopefully the next ones we get are of cases that have to do with adults.
A massive surge is
No.
4:01 a.m.
Do you see? Do you see? I'm not kidding. True Crime Daily does the same thing sometimes too. It just... Maybe it's just me not wanting to actually accept and admit that yeah, dude, like, a lot of people commit crimes against kids and children. It's the fucking truth. It's the truth. So I guess that's why it pops up so much. It's not like TikTok and True Crime Daily are out to get me. It's that it happens so much that there's just case after case about it. I just realized it. Skipping over the shorter videos too. It's just like
This mother
it's like 21 seconds and stuff. I don't want to like watch these. And then obviously we see the ones that repeat themselves over and over again. All right, let's see this one. This is Tolzhaus. Tolzhaus. This is TikTok. Remember, you can find all these content creators on this platform. When I upload the videos on YouTube, I'll have a list of all of the content creators with their ats, and you can just copy and paste it in the search bar in TikTok and follow them. Bam. They're all pretty great content creators. So you can dive even deeper into the true crime world with them. So like I said, Tolzhaus, Tolzhaus. Let's watch a video. If I take the mute off, we'll be able to watch like the video in and of itself.
Prolific serial killer in the U.S. Is it BTK? Is it Gacy? Is it Bundy? How about Gary Ridgway? Nope. Try again. In the #1 spot is Samuel Little. He's responsible for killing at least 93 women between 1970 and 2005.
Very gruesome. Extremely gruesome. I actually, I was watching this documentary about Samuel Little on Discord. Feel free to join. Link in the description box or in the about section if you're watching me on Twitch. If you're watching this video, the upload on YouTube, it's in the at home page of my channel or in the description box of said video. So there are many ways for you to join the Discord. But yeah, I watched the documentary there of Samuel Little explaining like all the crimes and whatnot. And let me tell you something. I can completely understand why this person is #1. See, they give it to Ted Bundy because I think he was a lot more popular, given that he was a politician and all these things. He held a seat in Florida, blah. But Samuel Little, that case tends to go under the radar a lot, and it's just as bad as Ted Bundy, or worse, given that he is in the #1 position. So.
That's more than Bundy, the Zodiac Killer, and Richard Ramirez combined. So how did he avoid detection and kill so many for so long? Sam Little was a drifter who moved across the country for decades, entering various neighborhoods where poverty, drug addiction, and unsolved murders are common. Little targeted marginalized and vulnerable women who are often involved in prostitution and addicted to drugs. During his interviews, he was quoted saying, "I'm not going to go over there in the white neighborhood and pick out a little teenage girl. That's the kind you get busted for. I stayed in the ghettos. I won't go in your world." Little's method of killing didn't always leave signs that the death was a homicide. A former boxer, he usually stunned or knocked out his victims with powerful punches and then strangled them. He punched with such force that when he struck one of his victims in the abdomen, he broke her spine, according to an autopsy report. With no stab marks or bullet wounds, many of these deaths were not classified as homicides, but attributed to drug overdoses, accidents, or natural causes. Their bodies often went unidentified, and their deaths were not thoroughly investigated. The Los Angeles Police Department dubbed him the choke and stroke killer, as he would often...
just to put it out there, it's because they're black. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. The cases, there's actually hard data about this. Black and brown people, their cases are investigated way less. So it makes sense why he would say something like that.
Strangle a woman while pleasuring himself. He allegedly took offense at being called a grapist, as he admitted to erectile problems which made intercourse impossible. For decades, Little was in and out of jail serving less than 10 years, though he had amassed nearly 100 arrests for crimes that included fraud, shoplifting, solicitation, armed robbery, aggravated assault, driving under the influence, and sexual assault. In 2012, after being extradited to California on a narcotics charge, police collected his DNA, which matched 3 unsolved murders between 1987 and 1989. He was convicted of these murders and sentenced to life in prison without parole in 2014. In 2018, Little was willing to talk as he was hoping to move to a new prison. He preferred the Ector County Jail in Texas to the noisy, often chaotic environment of a Los Angeles County prison. He eventually confessed to a total of 93 murders that spanned 19 states from California to Florida between 1970 and 2005. Little remembered his victims and the killings in great detail. He remembered where he was and what car he was driving. He even drew sketches of the women, which were included in the public FBI data set.
Oh, shit.
Little died in custody in 2020 at age 80.
Crazy.
So what do we know about Little's childhood? Little was born in June 1940 in Reynolds, Georgia. Authorities believe that Little's mother gave birth to him when she was 16 and in jail. Little states she was a teenage prostitute who abandoned him on the side of the road. Little was brought up by his paternal grandmother in Lorain, Ohio. Little is known about what happened in that childhood home, as attempts to contact the family have been unsuccessful. He attended Hawthorne Junior High School, where he allegedly had difficulties with discipline and achievement, already showing signs of conduct disorder. By his own account, Little began having sexual fantasies about strangling women as a child, starting when he saw his kindergarten teacher touch her neck. As a teenager, he collected true crime magazines depicting the choking of women. Little's first crime was the theft of a bicycle when he was 13, landing him in the boys' industrial school in Lancaster. His whole thing was shoplifting, said a Mississippi detective. He shoplifted a city for 3 or 4 days and then would take the items to drug areas and sell them. Once he was done stealing, he would go out in the early mornings and look for women. According to authorities, Little was a charismatic psychopath, showing no sign of remorse as he discussed the killings. Investigators stated he was matter-of-fact about his actions and sometimes even chuckled about them. He once stated, "God made me this way, so why should I ask for forgiveness? God knew everything I did." So I'm curious to hear why you guys think we haven't heard much about Sam Little or his 93 victims. Why do people like Gacy or Bundy get all the attention? Who was...
I don't know, you tell me. I think this would be a great place to end tonight's stream. That was great. That was a great true crime video. Absolutely loved it. I can only wish to make videos like this. Like my whole goal is to make them more kind of like a personal thing, like she does. Excellent content creator. I ended up following her. So like I said, this is a Tolzhaus. It says Dr. Rachel Tolles. Had me a doctor. Followed her because love this video. But yeah. Yeah, not very prolific. Not as much as all of the other ones. I don't know. Maybe look at the picture. Could maybe answer your question, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll be a mystery for all of us.